Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you, of course, by Coach's Corner. We went there the other day, celebrated Coach Weber.
Big 400.
I'm sure we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But that is your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell here with Mark Slevcove. Today, we're going to talk with swimmers Audrey and Dylan Pham. And, of course, we're going to check in with Mr. Pfeiffer in a segment, Would You Rather? But, Coach, we're going to have a little special announcement midway through the show. Make sure you stay tuned from Mr. Boardwine as well. Definitely going to be something you want to stick around and hear. So, hey, big week last week, obviously, with baseball. Give us the rundown.
All right, spring sports are coming to an end here in the next couple weeks. The baseball team defeated Kennedy last week in a big way. Game 1 was a 17-0 blowout versus the Irish, followed by a 5-1 victory on Friday. The Wednesday game last week was Coach Weber's 400th victory as head coach. So the boys got to celebrate that accomplishment. And Coach, this is now 3 times we've been lucky enough to celebrate some of our coaches. Coach Rivera during basketball season, Coach Mitchell during basketball season got their 200th victory. And now this was Webb's turn for 400. Despite that, the team dropped out of the OC Register's top 10 to 11th, but I got a feeling if the Centurions can win out the next 4 games, we'll move right back into that top 10. The softball team stayed close to Pacifica for a while last week before ultimately falling 7-0 to the Mariners on Thursday. The girls, though, beat Crean Lutheran, Mayfair in a non-league game 1-0, and Tustin on Tuesday. Boys volleyball team resumed its winning ways, bouncing back from the Crean Lutheran loss with 2 sweeps over Valencia and Tustin. And if the boys defeated Pacifica on Wednesday, right, it will already happen after we see this episode, they will most likely share a league title with Crean Lutheran before the playoffs begin next week. Boys tennis made up their lightning-canceled match versus Valencia on Monday, but came up short to fall to 3rd place as league finishes up this week. The boys do get another shot, though, to pull into a 2nd place tie with Valencia in a rematch on Thursday. Track and field defeated Tustin last Thursday. The boys defeated and finished the dual season at 4-1, and the girls were at 3-2. Some athletes also got to participate in the OC Championships last Saturday at Mission Viejo, and they head to league prelims this Thursday at Valencia before league finals next Thursday at Valencia as the athletes try to earn league titles and qualify for CIF. Boys golf lost a heartbreaker to Crean Lutheran last Thursday. So after losing by 3 strokes on Tuesday of last week, the team had a rematch on Thursday at the Navy course, and they lost by just 1 stroke to Crean Lutheran, losing out on a chance for a 3rd straight share of the league title. The swim team finished their league dual season on Tuesday at Tustin. The boys varsity came up a little short to finish at 2-3 on the season, but the girls took care of business and finished at 5-0. Now they have a shot to secure the league championship with a strong finish at league finals next week. And finally, the badminton team continues to roll, staying undefeated in league play with another week to go before league finals.
Whew. You okay? That was a lot. That was an awful lot. Just so people don't know, volleyball, any playoff situation, if it's for a 3rd place and there's a tie, then we would have a potential of a playoff game. But we don't do that for 1st place ties. So explain that process. If they're in the same division, different divisions, what happens if we end up in a volleyball tie with Crean Lutheran?
So we have a 16 league, and in that 16 league, the top 3 finishers automatically qualify for the playoffs. If there's a tie at 1st place and we are in different divisions, then both teams can go as a number 1 seed from the Empire League. If we're in the same division, then we got to flip a coin to break that tie. So one team would go as the number 1 seed from the Empire League, and the other would go as the 2 seed from the Empire League.
And are we in the same division as Crean?
I believe we're in different divisions for volleyball, so we can go in both as first place. Yes, both as first place.
And if we have to flip a coin,
Coach Russell's on it.
Tails usually is the way to go.
Tails never fails.
All right, well, before we get to Mr. Pfeiffer, we'd like to take a moment here, bring up our assistant principal, Joseph Boardwine. Mr. Boardwine's been here with us for a couple years, and he's got a announcement here that you'd like to share with everybody. So, Mr. Boardwine, come on in.
What's going on, guys? Should I just pull up a chair?
Sure. Yeah, we'll
Come
slide
on in.
on over.
Yeah. See, the show's as good as ever.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Wow. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I wanted to come in and kind of share some news, and I had a chance to chat with both of you guys. So it's kind of like exciting news, really good, and also like sad at the same time. So the big thing I want to say is I'm going to take my career in a different direction and pursue an entrepreneurial path. So more jiu-jitsu, more music, more coaching, more one-on-one connection with people in those pursuits, and some business too. So that's like the really exciting thing, good thing. Bad thing is this is like such a great school and a great community, great people. So it's like I'm also feeling sad about that part. So it's a loss, but then also my goals and where I want to be in 10 years are pulling me that way, in that direction. So I love Cypress. I've been at a lot of sites in California, and I can just tell you, if you're in our community, we have something special. It's a great place right now, and wow, I mean, if we can continue to grow and improve, like Cypress is a really special school, like the camaraderie, the connection that still is here from like the alumni to the current students, the way people invest in their programs, the coaches, the way that parents are involved with the athletics programs. It's so good, and it's so, I hate to use the word old school because it almost sounds like it's outdated, but it works, it's effective, it's old school in a way that things that work are. And so Cypress has so much to offer. So that part of me is like super sad, but I'm not gonna disappear. I'm gonna be around and a force for good in the community now that we've gotten to know each other. So that's kind of the big news on my end.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds almost LeBron James-ish, right? We're taking our talents to a new spot. But you have a distinct passion for jiu-jitsu and for coaching, and it is something that we've talked many times about. We know that you love that portion of it, and ultimately, we want you to be happy. We're going to definitely miss seeing you all the time. And for those that don't know Mr. Boardwine, you know, he is a very caring, super nice man, and sometimes in the position of assistant principal, it's a tough job. This gives you an opportunity to show that part of your passion with coaching and being able to do that. And of course, you have the opportunity to share musically as well, and writing songs and singing and playing instruments. And we know that's something you like to do as well.
That's right. You gotta take your real talents to South Beach. All right. I mean, there's not many people who are a musician and black belt and serious talent away from educational community. So, wishing you all the best as you pursue that.
Yeah, and you never know. Maybe we can figure out a way to manipulate some funds and see if we can get you here as a wrestling coach.
You can't manipulate funds.
Well, you know what I mean by manipulate. We got to get rid of Lumberg at some point. So maybe if we fire. We got an opening. So
That's right.
Well, hey, we appreciate you. Appreciate all you've done.
Thank you
for the community, for us. Your support here has been great. So don't leave us here. We're going to bring in Mr. Pfeiffer.
Hey,
let's not end this.
Pfeiffer.
No, stay here. Don't leave us now.
Miss
We got Mr. Pfeiffer's part. Let's try to bring this back in with some good stuff. Mr. Pfeiffer.
Gentlemen,
how are you, sir?
good to see you.
5'4".
Boardwine.
Team 5'4".
What do we got this week? And would you rather? We got something really good, or?
Well, we try to keep it hip and groovy to the sports that we're in season for, right? And so
we got swimmers on today.
We got swimmers on today, right? We had the
the Masters,
last golf, all that fun stuff. So
make yourself comfortable here.
So we wanted to ask, would you rather, like in an individual sport, right, get that personal record? That's that's a motivator for a lot of students, athletes that always want to improve, that constant improvement, right? Mm-hmm. Would you rather win your individual sport, but not swim poorly, right? You're not there, you're not in that zone,
but you win your race.
But you win, you get that individual championship, or would you rather, right, score your personal record? You just outdid yourself, but you lose the championship. A little confusing, a little wordy, and it turned out not wordy.
It didn't have to be.
Sometimes
It happens, yeah. I think you got to be
Slevcove
about
says
the
it better than I.
championships. Yeah, I think you got to be about the championships, right?
You're saying like hit a personal record, statistically do good things, but the team loses.
Yes.
You swim the your race. You
No,
lose
your
the race.
race, your
You
race.
swim the PR, but you lose the race.
Yeah.
You've never swam better than you ever have,
Okay.
but you come in second.
Oh, okay.
Or you win the race even though you don't hit your PR.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for thanks for
There's a
translating.
button
When you watch the video, it may not make sense either. We don't know yet.
We don't know. We tried. By the way, Pfeiffer _S at AUHSD, send me your would you rathers. That'd be really helpful.
All right, let's check it out.
Cypress High School, we're going to swim finals coming up in a couple weeks, right? Check
Yep.
it out. All right, Ryan, here we are. We're heading into league finals, swim finals pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we
You're
are.
going off to what, Tustin today?
Yep.
Outstanding, good luck. Cypress High School, Nick Montgomery.
going
Nick,
on?
pretend you're a swimmer. All right, Cypress High School, here we are with our 2 newest swimmers, right?
He's in.
He's coming in too. Check it out. Cypress High School, here we are, a bunch of pictures, but you guys look like swimmers, right? You guys can swim? Dog paddle at
Indeed,
least?
I can.
So would you rather, listen to this, would you rather swim your personal best, personal record, destroy your old record, right? But you lose the championship? Or would you rather swim, okay, mediocre, no personal record, but win the championship?
Team wins the championship.
Mediocre, but the team wins.
Yeah,
What?
the win.
We
The
are
win's
the
what
team.
matters.
It's the team.
We are the team.
I'm shocked you guys are so selfish all the time. What? You're all-
Get my personal record but lose. Because I'm still winning if I'm getting my personal record somewhere.
still winning.
I feel like the obvious answer is the championship, right?
Championship?
Yeah, I mean, even if you beat your own record, it's like you didn't win. There's no competitiveness if you lose. You know what I'm saying?
What about
I feel like I want our team to win the championship.
I'd say since I just started swimming, I just learned I'm not that fast. I'd rather win because my personal record is not very impressive. So I'd rather win.
I'd probably do like the whole team too, just because like, you know, the difference is like Sarah's like super fast, so like a PR for her is like a really crazy thing, but like for me it's just like, you know, my times are just what they are. So the team as a win is a win for me.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the team win so that everyone can share the victory instead of just me.
Everyone shares the victory, right?
Yeah.
What if it's your event, single event?
My personal record probably is mediocre compared to everyone else.
So
Very cool.
I
Thanks,
agree with
ladies.
that too.
Sure, now you do.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Mr. Pfeiffer. Good stuff, of course, as always. Big announcement there from Mr. Boardwine as well. We obviously wish him all the best in his future endeavors. Today, we are super excited to welcome swimmers Audrey and Dylan Pham to the program. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You guys are both returners, not just in the program, but to the show.
Coach, you want to ask them the would you rather question and just simplify it instead of
Okay, so
overcomplicating it like
Mr.
Pfeiffer
Pfeiffer
did?
had a very drawn. It's really pretty simple. Would you rather set your PR in an event, individual PR, but lose, or would you rather not set a PR but win?
Personally, I'd rather win, to be honest, because you can always say PRs for like later in the season, but the feeling of winning is just not as what's the word?
Okay, so we're at league finals next week, Dylan. League finals next week, the end of the season.
Yeah.
Which one are you taking?
Rather just win, get the points.
I'd definitely rather PR because at the end of the day, I want to beat myself, and obviously I want to win too, but I always want to be better than my last time, and I also want to keep beating my time so I can qualify for CIF.
I always think in something like swim, you already know who the best swimmers are, right? So you already know if you're the best. Getting a PR doesn't necessarily mean you would win anyways.
Depends who
And-
you're racing.
and
you
if-
can't control or defend that person next to you.
And if you're better and you are the number one, you're probably going to win anyways even if you don't PR. I go with that. I like just, I'm going to win.
just
I
do
wanna
just
win.
enough to win. Well, then you're expecting
Just
you're already
enough
the
to
best.
win. I'm just
Yeah.
going to win. So why couldn't I do both? I win
Well,
and get a PR.
You could do both, but well, yeah,
That wasn't part of the would you rather.
Yeah, that's
all right, forget it. Mr. Pfeiffer confuses me. I'm already confused. All right, well, let's get back to what we're here for. Recently, Cypress, we participated in the district swim relays, right? And Cypress did very well, sweeping it basically, right? Very well done. In this event, is this something that you guys have looked forward to each year, or is it just kind of something that you do? And what events did you participate in?
I definitely look forward to it each year because some of the relays are like we can use those times to qualify, but a lot of them are just for fun. Like we don't actually swim like the 4x50 back in a real race, so it's kind of fun to swim that with my friends and like be in a relay with people I'm not usually in a relay with. And also it's fun to race Oxford because we kind of have a little rivalry going on in our 4x1, and it's just like it gets really competitive.
Nice.
Yeah, and for me, I like the same thing. It like breaks up the just the repetition of every single meet doing the same thing. So you have something fun, something to look forward to, and also there's that aspect of winning again, where you can just win first place against 8 other schools and come out on top, and that's just really satisfying.
That's cool.
Is that an event the district should continue forever?
Yes.
Totally worth it? Yeah, okay. All right, no, in real races, you guys both swim the medley relay. Tell us about, for those that don't know, what a medley relay is, what events do you swim, or what part of the medley do you swim, and then what is the team aspect like? What do you do to work together as a team in a relay race?
So the 200 medley relay is each stroke, and we all swim a different stroke. Usually in like the 200 AM, you do fly first, but in the relay it's back first, and I'm a backstroker, so I'm first. And each person swims a different stroke, so it's kind of like you kind of have to like agree on, I don't know where I was going with that, but like it's just a lot about team effort basically. Like we have a lot of rivalries in our district or in our league, mostly with Crayon Lutheran. That's who we're always like fighting against, especially for league. So it's just each person plays their specific role, especially in the medley relay because we are all swimming a different stroke. So we kind of rely on each other for that.
I think adding on to the team aspect, it's more just like preparing and hyping each other up, because once you're there's nothing you can do as a team physically during like a meet, but for mentally wise, like before, like when you're warming up or when you're right about to get on the block, or just having a little pep talk, get everyone fired up. I think that's just the team aspect of relays that you don't get from individual events.
Right. You don't want to let your teammates down, right? You're going to give everything you got, your best performance. So you don't let your teammates down. What kind of practice goes into the transitions of you guys practice hitting the wall, getting off the blocks, rolling into it, so those transitions can be as quick as possible?
Yeah. So we have like relay dives. We practice those a lot, but since I start for backstroke, I just start in the water. But I only do my relay dive for the 4x1. But we do practice relay dives a lot, and those are fun.
Yeah, and I normally go like 3rd or 4th, so I have to always practice my relay dives. And during practice, I often do like DQ myself or disqualify myself.
Dylan!
It's during practice, not meets. We always try to find new ways to cut down on time. That way we can get that CAF time that we always want.
What's the order here? So we got backstroke first.
Backstroke, breaststroke, fly, free.
Okay. And
go ahead.
So in that, we're doing, you're saying, we want to make sure we don't DQ, we don't do all that stuff. Is there a point where, like, in track, you might put the fastest person last in a relay? So we can't really do that since the order is set, and you're talking about the mindset. So how is that when you may have somebody who's not as fast at something? Is that?
But we got the best breaststroker. We're going to build a lead, and then go to the fly.
Do you focus on those, or do you just say keep a good pace the rest of the way, and then we'll blast it out at the end? Is there?
Honestly, we just go all out every single time. We don't really like, let's pace this time, let's do this. We just go for it every single time and try our best.
Who gets to build the biggest lead in our boys and girls medley relay? When they're done swimming, we know we got this thing.
You go first.
Honestly,
after the backstroke, right?
Yeah.
Definitely
after backstroke. That's where the lead comes out.
I think for us, it's breaststroke. We have this one swimmer, Ian Kim, who's a really talented sophomore. And if he has like a huge leg up against the other breaststrokers, we're in good shape.
Nice. Now we were told you guys both qualified time-wise for CIF and breaststroke, backstroke, long distance, maybe not all of those for you guys, but combined. So when you began swimming, how did you decide what stroke you were going to focus on? or did it just kind of develop over the years of doing it? You just go, hey, I'm actually, I never thought I would do this, but I'm actually really good at this.
So when I first started swimming like club when I was much younger, I was a breaststroker, which is crazy to think about now because I'm horrible at breaststroke. Like, it's not even funny. But over the years, I kind of started getting more into free. But then now I've realized that kind of everyone is good at free, so I wanted to be different, I guess. And then when I got to high school, my coach was like, how do you feel about backstroke? And I was like, I'll try it. And I wanted to try it mostly because my sister did backstroke and I wanted to beat her. And yeah, we would race every meet, and that's how I pushed myself to get better because I was racing my sister.
Cool.
For me, I also did club when I was younger, so like I jumped around a lot. I think I started out with like IM and breaststroke, and then when I went to high school, I got put on backstroke because there's too many fast breaststrokers. But then sophomore year and onwards, I did breaststroke, and I switched between IM, freestyle, butterfly, but as of right now, it's just breaststroke and freestyle.
What's the most difficult race in high school swimming?
In my opinion, 2 IM.
I agree.
200 IM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say it's the 500 just because it's so long, but the 200 AM, in my experience, is so much more tiring than the 500.
Because it's a sprint and all 4 strokes.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever done that with with the breaststroke not being your favorite anymore?
I used to do 200 AM. It was just last year when I started swimming the 500, but before that I always did 2 AM.
And talk about your preparation for your meets. How do you guys individually prepare meet day over the course of the week? Are you guys focusing on nutrition, sleep? Are we tapering? What's the training protocol for you guys?
Usually we just swim regular at practice. We only just started tapering to get ready for league finals, but honestly, I don't really do anything different on meet days. I mean, I always get a lot of rest because I go to sleep early, but I don't really do anything special.
Any candy on race day? Our volleyball coach, our girls volleyball coach, used to bench kids if they ate candy on game day.
No, I don't really like candy. I wouldn't eat it before a race.
I only have one thing specific I do. I'm pretty bad with caffeine, so I have like coffee every day, except for meet days. Those are the only times I don't have coffee, just so I don't mess up my body.
You just go right to the energy drinks?
Energy drinks don't actually work for me. I drink them, nothing happens, which might be pretty bad.
Yeah. You're addicted to caffeine.
Right. So we're rolling closer to the end of the year. We got, league prelims, finals, all that coming up. As we wind down the year, what were some individual goals that you may have had or still do have as you finish out the season?
One of my individual goals was to get a PR on my 100 free.
Whether you win or not?
Yeah.
And
that was her answer. That was her answer.
That's the big question.
I haven't been able to. Well, I'm like 1 second off of my PR from last year, but that's when I was wearing a tech suit and it was at league finals. So I'm like a lot closer now to that time than I was last year at this time. So I'm excited for league finals to see if I can beat that.
And obviously in swim, your goal is to peak at league finals and into CIF. Yeah.
And my time from last year for 100 breaststroke was 1 minute 3 seconds. I want to go under a minute at hopefully league or CIF. So hope that happens. And then I want to also, last year we only made to CIF prelims. And then because
you want to make it to the second day?
Yeah, I want to make it to finals that Friday.
What do you have to do to make it to the second day? It's top 16, right?
It's top 16. Okay. Just swim fast.
Swim fast, there you go. That's right. Sometimes you can't control it, right? You swim a PR and maybe you're 18th. You don't know, but you did the best that you could ever in your life. All right, so you guys are seniors. What's our future plans? Where are we going to college? Are we swimming in the future? And then, of course, every good water polo player and swimmer, they always have the goal of becoming a lifeguard. So are we lifeguarding this summer as well?
I'm already a lifeguard, but yes, I am lifeguarding this summer. And for college, I'm going to Cal State Fullerton, and I want to study to become a speech pathologist.
All right.
And then I'm also already a lifeguard and swim instructor, and hopefully I'm going to swim coaching in the summer. And as of right now, I'm going to UCLA for physiology.
Holy smokes!
There we go.
Holy smokes! Where are we lifeguarding at? At the pool or at the beach?
The pool.
The pool. No beach lifeguarding?
Too much work.
Too many people that can't swim. All right, we're at the point of the show where we do the fast action questions. You guys are pros at this. Don't overthink it. You guys ready?
Yes.
Or is it like one at a time?
No. Well,
You're going to UCLA, man. Figure it out.
You're both going
That's
to
fine.
answer the questions, all the questions, one at a time,
Yes.
not at the same time.
We got this.
Makes sense. You don't remember?
No.
She told you you're going first. Before
All right,
we
you
start.
ready? Can you sing the alma mater for Cypress?
No.
I can, but I won't.
Start it.
I'm okay.
Start. What are the words?
I'm Cypress High.
Okay, all right. You couldn't even get that far?
Oh.
Holy mackerel. Would you be good at synchronized swimming?
You first.
I think so. I
Yeah?
used to do dance when I was younger. So.
Heck no. I can't dance on land. I can't dance in the water.
No chance, all right. Worst thing you've ever eaten before a meet?
Hot Cheetos.
Nerds.
Or did it just start coming back up? Yeah, no.
I know, oh my gosh, 30 years ago now, I remember still to this day, we were playing water polo. I was playing water polo, and some kid that was guarding me had hot Cheetos before a game. And that was the worst breath I have ever smelled, and I can still smell it and remember it to this day.
That is terrible. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's one essential item swimmers cannot live without?
Sunscreen. Wait. Goggles.
Goggles or
That's more important.
well, that's
The
two.
first thing I thought of was a banana because I always get cramps, so I always have a banana before meets.
Okay. What's your routine on the blocks? Do you have a specific way you set
yeah.
up?
I don't know. I just like adjust my goggles like at least 5 times, and then I have to like twirl my foot. I don't know. It's like a really weird routine that I have to do before I get ready, and if I don't do it, I feel like I'm gonna mess up.
Okay.
That's what I do. I just clap my hands together. That's it.
Just clap your hands.
We ever end up with the goggles around the neck?
Never, because I
Never.
tighten them like 4 times.
I've just had them where they go underneath or
Oh,
they're just full of water.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, do we dive in, stay under as long as we can, or we dive in and get up quick, start swimming?
I do-
Streamline, coach. Streamline underwater.
I do a really long underwater,
Long?
Too.
like
Long.
3/4 of the lap.
Nice.
The less
All right.
swimming, the better.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your ride or die on the team?
Sarah.
Burgos.
All right. If your relay team was a food item, any food item, what food item would best describe your relay team?
Monster. Monster energy drink.
Monster, all right.
Yes.
I just thought of something spicy because sometimes my relay team likes to get a little bit,
Spicy.
yeah, with the other relays,
Oh.
talking back to them or.
So anything as long as it's spicy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again, Audrey Clock, Dylan Pham, for being here today. Make sure that you get out and visit our sponsors, Subs and Grubs and Coaches Corner. Come out and see these guys. We're coming up to league prelims, finals, CIF. Get out and see all the spring sports. There is not a shortage of things for you to watch, so be out there watching and support our athletes. Thanks again for watching the show. We'll see you guys next week.